Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're following me right now, I'm Aspie, and I'm all about creating mental health and awareness series. This is just sharing with you my life stories with Autistic syndrome and the life with some tips and advice along the way, and hopefully with this, some tips and advice of managing certain everyday problems of your everyday struggles, regardless it's depression, anxiety and the like. Some of it may be of value to you, because I know what it's like to have some frustrations, and not many people will probably understand us, but I'm here today hopefully just to dispel everything of what, you know, Autistic syndrome is all about, versus just removing all that stereotype of which I have, obviously, and hopefully with all this understanding between us we can actually get together like goodness knows, house on fire maybe is the term. But no further ado, guys, basically this is a how-to guide right now, just to give myself a little break of the one I wanted to quickly address before the end of the month, which I'm running out of time for, of these ADHD and series versus the dyslexic series. I humbly apologise, but hopefully I'll just find the rest of them and put them up there for you all, for the ones that are willing to want to learn from it. So this one's all about how to handle an autistic child's behaviour. This is method 4, avoiding self-induced behaviour. So let's begin this. As you know, basically, many autistics, as I said, they can be non-verbal, they can be verbal. They do tend to act out in a real kind of self-destructive manner, and we tend to question to why. And as I said before, basically it could be a sensory overload versus their meltdown period that they're going to come through for, but then again we need to know what's going on. But just to bear in mind though, number 1 is know that self-injury in an autistic child is very common. Frustration and overstimulation can lead to self-injurious behaviour, or SIB as I call it for short. This behaviour can be very scary for the parents, teachers or whoever that is actually associating with that child at that given moment of time. But you should know that this is common and is preventable. Researchers come to believe that biochemicals may play a role in this kind of self-destructive manner. During self-injury, however, endorphins are released, which inhibit the individual from feeling much pain while making them feel happier. Number 2, experiment with nutritional intervention. Some parents have noticed that switching to a gluten-free diet may help a child and does increase the intake of vitamin B6 and calcium, of the nutrients that is important. Some of the best sources of vitamin B6 may include sunflower seeds, pistachio nuts, fish, poultry, pork, beef, prunes, raisins, bananas, avos, and spinach. Some of the best sources of calcium may include cheese, milk, yogurt, spinach, kale, okra, collards, soybeans, white beans, and calcium-fortified juices and syrups. Always consult a doctor before altering a child's diet, however, because as you know, that many, child may react to different things. Number 3, encourage safe forms of stimulation. Some autistic individuals may rub their skin excessively to receive the stimulation or do some other potentially injurious behaviours, and may end up winding up hurting themselves even more badly than they did before. Intervene by just, encouraging safer forms of stimulation. Massage can work, as can rubbing the skin lightly with a brush, or wearing a thin layer of clothing over the skin, e.g. sweatpants, to prevent damage while scratching. But bear in mind, as I said before, some autistic may be oversensitive of the certain feelings that they feel from others, be it like a touch, hug, or even just layers of clothing. So it's best to know what's best for them before you do this though. Number 2, just remember though, many autistic may not like the idea of hurting themselves. Work with your child to find alternate ways to stim. For example, hitting one's head could be replaced by rapidly shaking the head. Search the internet to see what substitutes autistic adults have found for their SIB. Or another advice is, if you know of someone that is autistic, ask the autistic. Another autistic, or another one is seek out some autistic form groups either on Facebook or some other forums, because you never know, they could be beneficial to you and the child. Be consistent. Autistic children need to know that self-harm isn't appropriate or allowed, that you'll always be there to help them to handle it. Work with other caregivers and teachers so that everyone uses that very same approach. Number 4, last but not least, deal with the sources of frustration. If your child's self-injurious behaviour seems to be a result from frustration, however, do what you can to deal with it. This may mean developing new communication methods, backing off on certain activities, or taking care not to put your child in a situation that's may likely to put them into that sensory overload meltdown stage of everything. So this quickly ends basically the method 4 of avoiding self-injurious behaviours. Give me the like for thumbs up for support. Comment below if there's anything that may be of value and use to others that may, be of beneficial and help. Feel free to comment below also to anything that you do that will be of help to you for yourself. If you actually, shine out for some of these bits and pieces that I'm sharing right now, feel free to subscribe to my channel, AspieAnswersAll. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, AspieAnswersAll. Feel free to just, share these videos around to family and friends. And all for the day, thanks for watching, thanks for support, and I'll see you all again soon.